You know, when asked, was that blow good or not, I was supposed to notice where it landed, so the blue field. And then we have a very small red Eric, which is for a type of Norse duel called a holmgange, which is fought the first blood in the children. We have our maypole up on the white pole there with the ribbons. And we have our archery field down below the restrooms. And let's see, I think that covers most of our events today. We do have, but if you need to talk to a herald or a marshal or whatever type of person you would like to talk to, or the fighters, let me know and I'll see that we steer you to the people. We got one of those. Well, if you will excuse me, and by all means, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I'll be around. Thank you. You tell me because I have this. Yes, I was just getting the last I didn't have it there. The Bible Lord is skipping off the top. That's how it's a little late, but I know. Mine's about 4. The winner! We're now ready to begin the Evercleare Mayfaire tourney. Will Jarl Sergeant Tankard and Bruce take the field.
Look, did you see what I had to do? I had 2 people close me in on me when I was advancing. So I just went over my
First round of the Evercleare Mayfaire tourney comes before you, Jarl Thorin and Sergeant Tankard and Bruce. My lords, salute you each, the person for whom you fight this day.
When I normally fight, if we come...
Salute you each, your noble opponent.
I had 2 people on the front.
And on your honor, and at the marshal's command, lay on.
If you were facing someone, they had an opportunity to shoot at you. Usually they do, but it's politeness to 2 people say we were single time at the point of each other. Oh, the other person could step out of the way. I didn't want to take any chance. I can understand your point, yes, that's a wise suggestion. So I put my sword towards that person, to block this, and came at you. Okay. Well, but that was a single time anyway. Yeah, I shifted that. I screwed up, and I got a good shot too. That got me right in the shot. Perfect. Like that. It was good. Well, I'll drag my arm back. Unless you get my legs short towards my head to eat the condiment for breakfast. Yeah, I was thinking about throwing your legs, but you told me about it. It wasn't going to work. That's about the only way you're going to have a chance when you fight like that or with a great weapon, because otherwise I'll keep running up standing in your face. As soon as I'm there, you're dead.
I know, that's the thing. I couldn't do anything you said because you were over here and I was here, and I had to worry about your short sword, and I got caught up in the shield right here, and then you were open. You know, I was open and going.
You need to either hit me when I was coming in.
The winner of the first combat was Jarl Thorin.
If you were, you rushed really quick.
Comes before you Sergeant David DeBargeneau and Squire Clifford. The winner was Squire Clifford. Salute you each, your noble opponent, your worthy opponent. And on your honor, at the Marshal's command, lay on. Ready? I am all. SCA Yoshi, Squire Brian McLeod.
Yeah, you have to this way.
Huh?
You have to Brian.
Sergeant Joseph de Gonville, Squire Barracks de Norville.
One more?
Yeah.
Lord.
Can't we do it?
I'm up there.
Joseph, turn away. Joseph. Oh, wait, he's getting his shield. That's okay.
Stand closer.
Just a little bit farther this way. A little bit more this way. I want to get the front of your dress, too. Wait a minute. Got another one. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, get a good shot of the blood flying.
Winner, Squire Brian McLeod.
Not nervous or anything, am I? Think somebody watch me do this.
Squire Barracks de Norville, Sergeant Joseph de Gonville will take the field. Squire Cedric,
They're just stuff.
comes before you Squire Barracks de Norville, Sergeant Joseph de Gonville. Lord, salute you each, the one for whom you fight.
These are my rendition of.
Squire Cedric,
Yeah.
Squire Fergus Patel, and make the field.
Moving around now.
I've got the left part of the Now, is this for your home, or is it for the kingdom? My brother. Just put the arms around it. I tried to do that for now. I see. Nice. All those trees are good meat. Oh. That's cold. Dragon's
My lords and ladies, right hand. The ranger of this park insists that we move these vehicles that are parked here. They must.
That is fine.
I bought it as a picture frame, and I did the picture to fit the frame because I love the frame so much.
Okay, it
is a frame because it has.
Oh.
This guy.
I hardly ever turned my back on it.
Once in a while they sneak up behind you.
Dying in that.
Well, I'm not. Actually, I have long underwear.
I have gray sweat trousers underneath their cutters.
Right. I've never been to an airplane in Washington except for
Well, I'm going to take these off after Washington.
Take over the head factory in Sino, Japan. His father's retiring, and he makes cuts and just yells them out. Yeah, like that, man. I know that.
I guess you could take it.
Ariel, come here, quick! You're what? What are you hiring them for? Pay for their food. Haven't mentioned. You don't have to pay for our food.
Down the road there a bit.
We are looking for a Oh, we gotta get ready. I'm part of the
So you can use it.
So you can practice without cutting off limbs.
Yeah. Right. Well, you can hurt somebody with it though.
Oh yeah, I know. I got a pair. When I was showing the guys back home.
Great double kill. Now what are we going to do, right?
Who wins?
What happened is that both knives hit each other at the same time. Both collapsed.
We had a double kill. So we will fight it over.
This one. Also.
That's the main gosh, only it's for fancy instead of fight. Although you could fight with it, it's good.
If you were careful.
This is true. It's nice that I did have one of these. Yeah. Actually, it's made from a Swiss plank.
quit. Trying to focus on you. Walking down a picture.
He got me.
Drew.
And the victor is Clifford!
Excuse us. There was another double kill.
There was another double kill! Another one got suspicious. It's like killing each other.
Make a rare theory.
I should have taken a picture when they were rolling home.
The fight will now be refought!
Again. One of them going to wear is going to depend on who's in the best shape.
Sampling some of their fine gems.
What I need is another ring.
Butter is whipped with frozen strawberries drained and whipped with a little bit of powdered sugar and margarine. The honey, that's the strawberry butter.
Even that's 6 years old. Well, it's just simply better to have it sharp, but not too sharp. Well, you're a fool. Yeah. Especially when you spend so much money on it.
I just make the stuff. I'm not into it. Okay?
I was going to say, I hope they're buying it for wall decorations.
I don't ask. It is not my morals. I don't.
Salute your honorable opponent.
Skidder's right on. Center.
It was taken out of church room field there.
Are you in range right now? I just don't know how. Okay, I didn't know how long. I'm ready. Okay. Good. Well done. Thank you. Shortly.
My lords and ladies, here to combat Sergeant Joseph de Gondel and Kuwasiki Yoshi. We ran out good.
Here, Lacey. Okay. Now let's see.
Well, we're glad you folks came out today.
We couldn't find the place.
We kept our
This is a
fingers crossed.
fairly
Keep
tricky.
the rain off.
That's what we were.
Yeah.
What it is that you've made.
Well, this is a map of the Kingdom of Ontario. Hopefully it will be ready by Christmas. It's got about 3.5 months work into it right now. Covers the entire kingdom from South March, which is Klamath Falls, clear up to Borealis at the other end, which is Edmonton, Alberta.
Oh, we've been there too.
So it's quite extensive. It'll eventually be a wall hanging for use in festivals or out the back of your tent or out for the banquets. A lot of work to be done, but it's going to be worth it.
Unexplored territory.
That's really nice.
Southern Idaho doesn't belong to us anyway.
We have wars over that every now and then.
That's true. They have the famous chocolate chip cookie war every year.
Chocolate chip cookie war. That's exactly
What is your name?
Curly.
And how do you spell that?
Mundanely or society-wise? Monday.
For your purposes.
Oh, it's K-A-R-O-L-E-E. And this will be the coats of arms of Vontier up here. The black lion on the checky silver and gold, otherwise known as white and yellow. It's just getting started. My brother's and his lady.
Victory to Congress de Bruce. Left fight for the second round. Dear combat, Squire Fergus Gonzalez and Sergeant David DiMartino. Guys, wherever you carry the stand. That's a good idea. Your most worthy opponent. Marshal's command, you may begin.
Like legal stories, his book and shopping. Basically was manager of the largest, the Shire, the person who's the main executive officer of the Shire is the secretary. Basically, he's
But the local chapter is the Shire of Evercleare, and that's the Olympia, Lacey, Tumwater area. And we hold...
Let me just interrupt you for a second. Are you ready to go?
I think so.
Okay.
He's on. No, he's not on. He moved.
Okay, first, you're Squire Fergus. Could you spell your name and your title?
Squire, S-Q-U-I-R-E. That means that I'm in training for knighthood under the tutelage of a knight. My knight, Jarl Thorin, trains me in the skill at arms that we employ here fighting at the tournament, as well as the other arts and courtesies that we all try to aspire to in the current Middle Ages.
And you're Fergus Fitzallen.
Fergus Fitzallen, F-E-R-G-U-S. F-I-T-Z-A-L-A-N. It's a Fergus is Irish or Scottish, and Fitzalan is a Norman name. And my persona, the person I portray in the society, is a 12th century Norman who lives in England. And that I try to have my armor and my costuming match that period.
Oh, tell me about the Society for Creative Mechanism.
Well, we're an international non-profit educational organization that goes around recreating the Middle Ages, both for our own pleasure, our own research, as well as education to the public. We do demonstrations at schools, for the Scouts, for numerous groups that are interested in the Middle Ages, and we go out and do talks and fight demonstrations, things like that.
Is it fun?
Yes.
How did you get into it?
Well, my collegiate degree is in history, and I specialized in medieval studies, and that was my interest in the first place. So when I heard about the group, it was a short time before I was involved, and I've been involved in arts and sciences and dance as well as fighting. It's a many-faceted hobby.
Who would be interested in joining the SCA?
Well, I think people that share part of the dream of the chivalry, the honor, and the heraldry, the pageantry, the glory of what we like to call the current Middle Ages. Our attempt to show those values from the Middle Ages as we can best do.
Is anyone welcome to join?
Anyone is welcome to join. There are branches in almost every part of the known world, and we would be glad to have people contact their local branches if they can, and if not, there's a national branch in California. I'll be glad to give you the address of, which I don't have off the top of my head, and I'm sorry.
All right, that's fine. Thank you.
Sure.
Any questions? First question I wanted to ask you. Why is it you're having so much fun and getting away with it?
Well, we have a lot of fun. Many of these people are friends of mine, very dear friends, that I only get to see at SCA events because they live in Canada, in Oregon, and we get together at these times, and it's fun to see each other, to be with each other, and to share the values of chivalry and honor and the martial spirit that we do on the field together as a group. And that, I think, is where the fun is. And we get away with it because we wear nice heavy armor, and we do all the paperwork that the mundane laws require, and we have fun. Pronounced, right? Which
fortunately, when you get into nice little things like, all
the double
vowels and no consonants,
right? All consonants and vowels.
Does it take a lot of practice to tackle the Celtic names?
No, you can mangle it first time out.
Mangle it the first time. And it's especially intriguing when you're in front of a court like we had earlier, an entire gathering, and you're up there reading something, and you come across a name that you have never seen that combination of letters ever put together in that order before.
And God was never meant for them to be
right. You're sitting there going, the English tongue cannot pronounce this. Obviously,
I thought you were Moravian.
I am, and V-A-C-L-A-V is pronounced Vaslav, not Vaclav. But I can handle those. It's the Merwidens and that with double W's and double L's and FF.
How did you get into the herald?
I have a loud voice. And therefore someone said, you'd like to be a herald. You're a natural. And therefore I had to start learning how to do the ceremonies. And the other one is starting to learn the blazoning to do book heraldry.
Go ahead, do it.
I want to get that one.
Okay. Let's see. Parpale, gules and sable. A tower is what you're calling a tower argent. In chief or a. Let's see. The two arrows are between two mullets of 8 points. Vert. Two arrows crossed in saltire. Inverted, armed and fletched sable, and I missed the fact that they're gules. Nice try.
This
is a difficult one. This is a much easier one. You can do yours.
This one is or.
Okay.
Onesan. Okay, I'll start over. This one. Or Onesan gules, a decrescent argent. In chief, 3 mullets gules. The reason I didn't have to say how many points they are is the default mullet is 5 points.
See, mine are all.
Square Fergus Smith Allen meets Square Clippers.
But before I do that, Harold for us today at our event, and as I promised once at the previous event, and since you won't be here at court this evening where I wanted to present it, I would like to give you my intentional help.
No, it's not a movie, and it's not a time warp.
But if you need to
It's
talk to
Mayfaire, a
Harold or
celebration
Marshall.
and gathering held annually by the Society for Creative Anachronism.
Well, we're an international non-profit educational organization that goes around recreating the Middle Ages, both for our own pleasure, our own research, as well as education of the public.
Members such as Squire Fergus Fitzallen have a great interest in history and recreate as many of the better aspects of the period as they can, avoiding, of course, such things as the plagues and public executions.
My collegiate degree is in history, and I specialized in medieval studies, and that was my interest in the first place.
Each member creates a persona to portray at SCA events and puts particular attention into researching the time, country, culture, and costume of their particular character. They create a name and an entire life story for their fantasy alter ego.
My persona, the person I portray in the society, is a 12th century Norman who lives in England. And that I try to have my armor and my costuming match that period.
Though history and costume are important aspects of the SCA, it's the medieval combat that figures most prominently at any of their events.
And on your honor, and at the marshal's command, lay on.
If you're facing someone, you have an opportunity to shoot it. Well, usually they do. But it's... Step out of the way. Right? That's always a little late, but I know.
Yeah, I assisted that.
Medieval-style arts and crafts are also important to the SCA. Merchants offer period foodstuffs, craftspeople make and sell ceramics and other wares, and armorers create and sell swords and other weaponry.
I
just make the stuff. I'm not into it. Okay?
I was going to say, I hope they're buying it for wall decorations.
And we get together at these times, and it's fun to see each other, to be with each other, and to share the values of chivalry and honor and the martial spirit that we do on the field together as a group. And that, I think, is where the fun is.
I'm Jenny Shepard, reporting.
Companies hear about the